Welcome to Daily Success, where each day we discuss ideas, insights, and strategies to help you become a better version of yourself and to not only survive but thrive in the modern world. Hi everyone, this is Parth, and today I'll be sharing an audio clip by Reverend Ike for Motivation Monday. You might be aware that this is Black History Month, and so I wanted to honor it today and dedicate this special episode to Black people and people of color in general. In this clip, Reverend Ike shares a beautiful truth. It's the color of your mind, not the color of your skin, that determines the quality of your life and the level of success that you achieve. You have to take extreme ownership of your actions and your life. You can't let your color and your race hold you back. In fact, even if you're not a person of color, you can't let other people's comments and remarks about your limitations dominate your thinking and determine what you can do. You have the privilege of having a human mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, and instead of blaming the color of your skin or your race for your current circumstances, it's important that you cultivate positive thoughts and develop confidence, courage, and steadfast determination to create the life of your dreams. In the Bhagavad Gita, it's written, "For one who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, the mind will remain the greatest enemy." If you truly want to attract magnificent success and live a happy, peaceful, and prosperous life, you must tame your mind and use it well. Let's listen to Reverend Ike.
But this failure self-identity must die. It must die out of your mind that you might live and experience success. And again, too many people have a poverty self-identity. And I'm going to say something here, and I'm going to say it from my heart. I hope it will do some good, and I know it will do some good. It's against all that the uppity sociologists and militants tell us, but it's a psychological truth that must be faced and understood. Too much of this poverty business and poverty conditioning has been carried on among minority people. Many times the people who claim to be the leaders among minority people are the very ones who are grinding the poverty idea into the minds of minority people. Stop telling people or giving the idea that if you're black, you must be poor. That if you're black, you must be underprivileged. You must be socially deprived. Stop giving people the idea that just because they're black, the whole world is against them. It's not the color of your skin, it's the color of your mind. And that poverty self-image must die that you might live and experience prosperity. One of the most inspiring men that I've ever met, and I was inspired by him before I met him, is a black man in Birmingham, Alabama, A.G. Gaston. A few months ago, must be some Alabama people here. A few months ago, it was my privilege to go to Birmingham to be the keynote speaker for a statewide A.G. Gaston Day, honoring A.G. Gaston. Here's a black man in his 70s who lived in Alabama, in Birmingham, among the Ku Klux Klan, when it was dangerous to be black. Of those conditions, that man became a multi-millionaire. busy identifying themselves with poverty and oppression, he identified himself with those who were successful and saw himself as one of them. That was a very interesting experience in Birmingham, too. Very interesting. When I was there, I remember that they sent a police escort for me that escorted me through the city with sirens blowing. A few years ago, it would have been for a different purpose. It would have been probably not to an old rugged cross, but to an old flaming cross. It was really an interesting experience. They met me in Birmingham at the airport in two of the church's Rolls Royces. As soon as I got to the hotel, I got reports from the Alabama State Patrol. You see, my people who were driving my car did not know it, but they were under radar surveillance all the way through Alabama. They were speeding, and I knew how fast they were going. I got reports. Of course, I'm kept under surveillance anyway. I mean, in any man who's going to tell people, a man is dangerous when he tells people you can be what you want to be and do what you want to do and have what you want to have. That's a dangerous man. You got to watch him, because before you know it, somebody will believe it and start doing it and being it and having it. Because very frankly, you know, it isn't all that popular for the average so-called black preacher to tell folks, look, you know, your blackness does not have to be a handicap. And I keep telling you that. As a matter of fact, I tell you that blackness is no excuse for failure. And I'll tell you, when you believe in yourself and overcome sometimes even the very people and the very apparent forces that tried to keep you down, they'll honor you. That day in Alabama, A.G. Gaston was honored by the governor of that state, who a few years ago stood in the schoolhouse door to block black students. Somebody shout hallelujah. I was there to witness it and to keynote it. I'm talking about A.G. Gaston, and I used for the subject of that keynote speech that night the gospel according to A.G. Gaston. And I'm talking about him because this man is a fantastic example of a success self-image. Born in the condition of black poverty and discrimination, he died to the idea that he would have to be poor because he was black. Became a great success. There's no virtue in poverty, so let that idea die out of your mind. And let's not give minority people the idea that being poor is something to be proud of, to wear on your lapel and stick your chest out about and say, we are poor people. That's why you'll never get me in any poor people's march. You'll never get me in any poor people's nothing. I've been there and I'm glad I'm out. When I went to Chicago this past summer, some black militants came to me and said, Reverend Ike, we'd like to take you on a tour of the black ghetto and show you how these poor black people live. I said, what the hell are you talking about? Show me how they live? need to show me how they live. I came to show them how to get out of the ghetto into the get-mo. That poverty self-image must die. It must be crossed out that we might live. Cross out the sick self-image. Cross out the poverty self-image. Cross out the hateful self-image. Cross out the failure self-image. Cross out the poverty self-image, that you might have life, and that more abundantly.
So that was Reverend Ike. His website is scienceoflivingonline.com, and this clip is from a video on YouTube. The title of the video is The Dangerous Thoughts That Lead to Your Success, Reverend Ike's The Glory of the Cross, Part 2. If you would like to get a nugget of inspiration and insight delivered to your inbox every single day, come visit my blog, thedailyapple.me, and sign up for the email newsletter. There's no charge, it's 100% free. Also, if you're facing a personal or professional challenge and would like to seek guidance and help from yours truly, go ahead and schedule a mentoring session by sending an email to mentoring@parthsahani.com. That's all for today. I'll talk to you soon. I hope today's episode added incredible value to you. For more helpful resources on personal development, philosophy, and holistic success, come visit my website parthsahani.com. I wish you an amazing day.